Hey everybody out there, it's time to duel, and today for you guys we are going to be doing a deck update, a deck profile of my Toon deck. Now Toons are a fun little deck to play. They're not super competitive by any stretch of the imagination. They're a pretty fun deck to play at locals and just with your buddies and whatnot. But overall they can do a lot of cool little plays here and there, and that's what I was trying to do when I was revamping this deck and trying new things out to see what would work and would not work in the deck. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with how the deck performs. And without further ado, we'll get into the deck profile. But yeah, let's get into the Toon deck profile. So your main combo play for the deck revolves around these two cards right here. And that's Toon Dark Magician and Toon Red Eyes. Now you do not want to run Red Eyes as a 3-of because you want him to be in the deck. You usually want to bring him out using the Black Stone of Legend to bring out your Red Eyes, then have your Toon Dark Magician in hand to special summon him with Red Eyes' effect, and then use Toon Dark Magician's effect, and then go off from there, and you can combo up the combo tree. Now some people do like running some rank 7s in the deck, which is perfectly fine if you want to. For me, I found that usually if I got the Red Eyes Dark Magician combo out, I usually wanted them on the field and I wasn't going for like link combos. So if you want to, you could run Galaxy Tomahawk and things of that nature and just link up by going Red Eyes Toon Dragon into Dark Magician after you bring it out, and then going into a bunch of link combos using Galaxy Tomahawk if your Tomahawk goes through. But that's up to you to decide if you want to go down that route. I found that that did happen once in a blue moon, but not enough to run it in the deck actually. But these are the main combos. Like I said, you can recycle your Red Eyes through the Black Stone of Legends effect, so you only really need 2 of it, and you don't want to draw it because you want to get it off with the Black Stone of Legend. Next we run 3 Black Stone of Legend. This is essential to your different combo plays you're going to do in the deck because this brings out this, and then you can go use his effect to go off from there. But you definitely want to have 3 Black Stone of Legend. It's very essential to have in the deck. Next we run some other Toon monsters. We run 2 Gemini Elf and 2 Toon Masked Sorcerer. These are very useful for their different effects. They're both level 4s, so if they're both on the board you can actually go for some exceed plays if you need to. But you definitely want to 2 Gemini Elf. It can rip cards out of your opponent's hand. 2 Gemini Sorcerer over here. He can pretty much gain you advantage by drawing you cards. Pretty nice. Next up we got the Cyber Dragons. Now some people do not run the Cyber Dragon engine in the deck. I like running it because I like the Infinity combo that you can do, because Infinity can protect your board. It can get some negations on board and things of that nature. So it's up to you if you want to run Toon Cyber Dragon or not. Some builds run it because we like going for the Infinity combo. Some builds do not like it in the deck because they don't like going for the Infinity combo. They're going for more of a link spam. So it's up to you how you want to proceed with that information and how you want to build your deck. But some people run it, some people don't. I've even seen some people, because they run the Cyber Dragons and you have a good amount of darks with, you know, the Black Stone of Legend, Toon Dark Sorcerer, the Red Eyes, and Dark Magician Toon monsters over here. They sometimes actually just throw a BLS or 2 in, because if they're in graveyard you can banish them to bring out a BLS that can attack right away, put a lot of pressure on board, and BLS is a great boss monster. So some people run it, some people don't. It's up to you. I've seen so many different variations of Toons over the years, and especially this past year, now that to some degree the field spell is more available to everybody. But yeah, there's different ways you can definitely play your Toon deck. I do run 1 Toon Mermaid. This helps me go for rank 4s, go for different damage. Sometimes I do use her for exceed plays if I need to go into a Cerberus or a Phoenix to get around some certain things. But usually I like using her for rank 4 plays along with the Toon Gemini Elf if I need to. She's a little bit useful. I do like her. Now one card that I'm debating if I want it even in the deck, but it does come in handy sometimes, and that's Toon Dark Magician Girl. I'm going to say this about this card right here. You don't have to run it. It's not necessary. But I find that when I take it out of the deck, I always want it back in the deck because it actually helps me out a lot, because she can attack right away. You may not think that's a big deal, but it's come into play quite often. And she's also a dark attribute, so a dark attribute. So if she's dead in my hand, I sometimes just allure darkness her away instead of sending something like, like Toon Dark Magician or something of that nature, which I would rather have in my hand and use with the Red Eyes combo. So, do you have to run her? No. Does she come in handy a lot? Debatable, but from my point of view, from playing the deck, yeah, it does. But you can try something else if you want to. But definitely Toon Mermaid because of the different versatility she can do with Links and rank 4 playmaking ability. Excuse me. Next, we run 3 Toon Table of Contents. You could run hand traps if you want to in the deck. You could run Call by the Grave, but you would have to cut out some of your things that you run in the deck. Like, I would say you would have to cut some of your monsters out, cut some of your spells and traps out, and that is up to you. I would say if you're going to run anything, run Call by the Grave first before you run your hand traps like Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, because you would rather protect you want your effects to go off, you want your plays to go through, so Call by the Grave can protect you. While Ash Blossom is going to, yes, hinder your opponent. If you get Ash Blossom yourself, you're going to be up the creek without a paddle very quickly. So, up to you how you want to do it. But yes, I just did want to mention that about hand traps and things of that nature if you're taking this to like a local tournament or something. But 2 Toon Table of Contents I run in the deck as well. Searchable, amazing card. One of the best searches in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you, Konami, for printing super rares recently of that card. Next, 3 Toon Kingdom. It's your main field spell. Some people still run the original Toon World just in case your Toon Kingdom gets destroyed. You will have Toon World backing it up for protection reasons. That's up to you if you want to run that still. Another card that I should mention that I've seen in the deck be used is Eater of Millions. That works because you're banishing a lot off of Toon Kingdom. You could tech in maybe 1 or 2 Eater of Millions if you want to, because you're banishing so much off Toon Kingdom. Eater of Millions would just be this big, gigantic beat stick. But that's up to you if you want Eater of Millions or not. I tried it out. It's okay. It works. But at the same time, I was sometimes relying upon my normal summon, especially if I was using my, the Blackstone of Legend and things of that nature for my normal summon play to get my Red Eyes combo off. So, like you can run it or you can't not. Like I said, multiple different ways people run Toons nowadays. We also run 2 Terraforming, so we can definitely get to our Toon Kingdom right away and as soon as possible. So 2 Terraforming as well. 3 Comic Hand. Some people like this as a 1 of, a 2 of. I've seen different ratios. I like it as a 3 of. It's such a dang powerful card. Like, I've stolen so many crazy things with this card. It's just so powerful. It can help you somewhat crack boards, I've had in some instances. Get around powerful monsters and things of that nature. I really like the versatility this card gives you. So I like it as a 3 of. So it's up to you if you want to run it as a 2 of or 3 of, but I like it as a 3 of in the deck. Toon Comic Hand. Next we run 1 Mimicat. Some people run multiple Mimicat. That's up to you. I've always found out, ever since I started playing the deck more and more a couple of years ago, and even recently, that you don't want 3 Mimicat, you don't want 2 Mimicat. 1 is good enough. It's a good card. It's a cool card. It's very powerful. What you can do with it, but 1 of, because it does take some setup. You don't know what your opponent's playing. There's reasons, but I do like it as a 1 of in the deck. It's pretty nice to have 1 Mimicat though. 2 Instant Fusion. This helps you go for a bunch of different things. Instant Fusion is very useful in this deck. You can actually go for the OG Thousand Eyes, which is kind of funny. Suck something up. Go into Link Karibo, which is kind of nice because Link Karibo can protect your Toons. You can also go into Raijin if if that's what you want to do. Mainly, you're going to go into Panzer Dragon most of the time because you want to go for your Infinity combo. So this plus a Cyber Toon Dragon equals Infinity. Yeah, so that's what you usually go for your Instant Fusion targets. But yeah, you can try running it if you want to or not. But I definitely like it in the deck. It comes in handy a lot for different plays you can do. But 2 Instant Fusion, 3 Allure of Darkness. Hands down, you need the draw power in the deck. You run 3 Allure of Darkness. You have a multitude of different dark monsters that you run in your main deck, all the way from the Blackstone of Legend if you draw multiple, to Toon Sorcerer to Toon Dark Magician if you draw too many, to Toon, Red Eyes. Like, the list goes on. Even, Toon Dark Magician Girl. You have a lot of targets, so you want your Allure of Darknesses to draw, get you your combo plays, get things going, set your engine up. So 3 Allure of Darkness, definitely staple in the deck. 1 for 1. This is for the Blackstone of Legend, so you can get it out on the field and get your combo plays rolling right away. Consider this like another copy of the Blackstone of Legend. Upstart Goblin, yes, you're giving your opponent life points, and that, this deck is supposed to attack your opponent directly and things of that nature, but you do need the draw engine power, so I run it. 1 Monster Reborn, very useful in the deck for different combo plays and things you can do. I still like it, actually. Next up, we run 2 Toon Briefcase. This thing is like a big compulsory evacuation device. I really like it. Some people like it as a 1-up because it is searchable. I like it as a 2-up because I've used multiple per duels sometimes, depending upon my matchup and what I'm playing against. Like, I've used multiple Toon Briefcases, so I like Toon Briefcase as a 2-up in the deck. You can run it at 1 if you want to. Next, we run 2 Storming Mirror Force. This card is really helpful because if they try to get over your Toon monsters and things of that nature, yes, you can banish off Toon Kingdom and whatnot, but this, if they try to make a big board and you're like, that's a pain in the butt, you just bounce everything back to the extra deck or to their hand, whatever the case may be. But I do really like the Storming Mirror Force overall. You can run other techs if you want to. There's really nothing you can run like a Floodgate in this deck per se. Like, you can't run Rivalry, you can't run Gozen. Because you got different attributes and you got also different types. So you could also run Solemn Strikes if you want to, but I don't really like that because I don't know why. It doesn't work out for me that well. Like, I find that Storming was getting more combo things off. Like, it was just bouncing big boards back if I needed to. You could even bump this up to 3-up, but I just like 2 of in the deck. But you can try different traps out in the deck if you want to. Like I said, you can even try hand traps and things of that nature. So let's get on to the extra deck now. The Toon Dark Magician Field Center. For your Link combos, you got Link Karibo, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus. Oop, let me scoot this over here a little bit for you guys. Nightmare Cerberus. Nightmare Unicorn as well. We also run for your Exceed plays. We also have, for the other Link I run, we run Boral Sword. You sometimes make him. Sometimes, but he's there just in case. It does happen. Tornado Dragon, Bagastucha, Utopia Package. Oop, where's my other Utopia? Utopia Package, and also Exciton, because Exciton is legal. For your fusions, Panzer Konfagen, Panzer Dragon, Raijin, Thousand Eyes Restrict, and then we also have for your last Exceed monsters, your Infinity Package as well. Now, like I said, you can run, if you feel like you go into it enough, of Red Eyes, Dark Magician combo, and you want to run Galaxy Tomahawk in the deck, you're more than welcome to do that. Because Galaxy Tomahawk is a good card, and you could definitely run that in the deck and try it out. Because if you run a Galaxy Tomahawk, you can do a whole bunch of different things in the deck. But if you're going to run the Galaxy Tomahawk package, remember, and I'm going to just put this down here, this is not part of the extra deck, you would have to run things like Quilpult Genius, Link Spider, other Link monsters. So you would have to find what you don't like in this extra deck, cut it out if you wanted to fit in the Galaxy Tomahawk package for doing different things. But that's up to you to decide if you want to run it, like I said earlier. But I hope you guys all enjoy the deck profile. I thoroughly love playing this deck. It's really, really fun to play. And there's a lot of different builds, and that's what I want to talk about. Show you guys what I've been working with over the last month or so as I've been revamping the deck and things of that nature, and talk about the different ways you can utilize the deck, different tech cards, tech options, different ways you can take the deck to build it to your way that you want to play it. But yeah, I love the deck though. It's so fun to play. Like, it's so fun to play Toons in like 2019 and 2018. I love it. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the deck profile. If you did, please leave a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to the channel. And before I forget, I did want to show you guys this one little cool thing that I did find recently when I was going through my stuff. I hate this card, if you guys know, but Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, a little toy figure of Blue Eyes Toon Dragon right there, laughing. What have they done to Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? But I found this and I just wanted to show this off at the end of the video for you guys. But yes, till next time, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.